He comes back and he says to Harry Kane that he's got a nick on the ball, but what you would say, that doesn't excuse the foul. It's a foul whether he gets a nick on the ball or not. So I just can't understand that. The easy thing for me is give the foul on the field. If you don't give the foul on the field, the next question is it still in attacking phase? Well, that's a subjective decision. But once you've given a bailout to go to the screen, I think you look at the screen. You don't have to look at it 10 times. You don't have to keep looking at it. You don't have to see the still shots. You only have to see that shot that we've seen very early on where he scissors him, and it's a foul.
I can't understand. There should be some kind of punishment for them getting decisions that wrong. Should be some form of I don't know. They should be they have to miss games and not go to the Championship or the leagues below. Because if he's going to make decisions like that for a Premier League team, he's going to do the same for a Championship team and the other teams. He shouldn't be able to ref for a while and have a look at himself and his decisions. Terrible decisions.
I totally agree, Steve. It's, from the benefit of making the mistake in the first place for such an obvious foul that it looks, but then to go actually look at the screen and see what we can all see and not give it, it's crazy. And as Ian said, I think did they get forms of punishment? I think they do get to miss games, go down a league. I don't know, but
go down a league.
No, but I think that's what they do, don't they?
Yeah, but do they go down a league?
I think they rotate them. I think it's to keep them match fit. It's to keep them involved.
No, Durham, they shouldn't do that. They should get match fit go and train somewhere because they're going to make decisions. It's going to cost teams in the Championship as well. What you're saying that it costs them more in the Premier League. It's still costing a team in the Championship. They shouldn't ref at all.
Well,
should be banned from it for a bit.
We will see what the next few weeks brings, right? It'll be interesting to see the appointments.
Dan, while we've got you, actually, obviously Tottenham got their penalty for 1-0. In the first half, we understand Graham Potter was very unhappy that he didn't get one as well. Both Paul and Ian think this is a penalty. What do you think?
Yeah, I heard him at half-time, and I heard the reasoning, and at first I thought, no. The more I look at it, see he's got hold of him. Yeah, I heard what Paul and Wright said about, that impedes him. But I think with this one, because of how he goes down, I think that's what sells it to the referee not to give a penalty. And when it goes to the VAR, I think once the referee says what he's seen, the VAR has to stick with the referee because it isn't a clear and obvious error. So I think that's one that you leave to the on-field decision. And unfortunately for Brighton, his on-field decision was no penalty.
It's a shame. I'll tell you why. Because as a player and a defender, I know that forwards, he's made such a good move on Doherty that these are the things that referees have to take into consideration now. Why has Doherty done that? You're not going to foul someone if you've got an opportunity of stopping them, i.e. getting your foot in or something. He's beaten him to the ball. He's beaten him to the flight of it, and he's grabbed him and he's let him go in time. So he knows exactly what he's doing, Matt Doherty.
I think that's key. He said he knows exactly what he's doing. He's impeded, and as a player, somebody stopped you, and then all of a sudden as the ball comes, you back off. Yeah. You've conned the referee. Yeah. You've really conned him out of it.
And at the time, they were playing really well.
Yeah.
And that would have been 1-1 at half-time, a different complexion.
Totally deserved it, Brian. I thought that some of the play at times was really good. Tottenham looked tired, actually. Probably after Thursday night European game, it can be difficult sometimes to get yourself going. They got the goal in the first 15 minutes, and after that, Brighton really controlled the game, but they really lacked a centre-forward today, didn't they? If they'd have had that cutting edge and maybe the referee would have given that penalty, it could have been a different story.
Dermot, thank you very much indeed for your honesty. Great
Cheers,
to talk to you as always.
Cheers, you're the best, Derm.
God bless you.
If Brighton can reach those levels of performance more consistently, will they be OK in terms of the league?
Yeah, I think they'll be fine in the league. I think they're a really good team. Again, possession, lots of really good play. They're just missing that cutting edge, I think. Maupay, we know, wasn't involved today. Danny Welbeck could be an asset to him. He's not played for a while. He's probably struggled for fitness, but if you get him fit, they just need someone to finish off some of the really good play that they have. They didn't create a lot of chances today, but some of the play was really good. And Lamptey's goal, great finish. Thought he was brilliant all day. Actually, probably Brighton's best player.
You're a big fan, aren't you?
Yeah, very much so. I remember watching him his debut. He came on against Arsenal, funnily enough, at the Emirates, and he was just brilliant. You think to yourself, my gosh, where's he come from? And if I'm going to be totally honest, you look at someone like Reece James, who is brilliant, and you have to say it's got to be all about his size why he's not still at Chelsea, because as a footballer and what he can do going forward, we've seen in literally every game he plays, he's at 8, 9 out of 10. You know, if he could keep that consistency up, and you know what I mean, which he looks just so full of energy, so full of enthusiasm. Now we've seen him getting forward and scoring goals as well. And you've seen him some of these clips. You know, he's got strength. Look at that. Look. Yeah. You know, to Son didn't know where the ball was. To Megden.
Like enthusiasm about him. He's almost like a Brazilian, right? But
yeah.
You know, the way he gets forward, he's up and down all day, like a Cafu. Some what's the word? Some tribute to pay, I suppose, to be like a player like Cafu, because we know what a player he was for Brazil. But he's that type of player like Rafael we had at United. Up and down, only small, diminutive, but they're just enthusiasm for the game is untrue. They're up and down. They want to score goals. They want to get involved. They want to play. And it's, look, he looks a real talent for the future. And we were saying, actually, Wright was saying off air that, you know, you wouldn't be surprised if a big club come and sign him.
Don't panic, Brighton fans. Just that, but that was a big plus point. You can understand his reaction over the equalising goal.
Yeah, because I think he's right. What's the point? What is the point in complaining and arguing about it? It's human error. We've seen it on a regular basis in the Premier League and the VAR decisions. You can't really blame.
It's not VAR in this. They've done the right thing.
It's human error.
The referee to have a look at the
absolutely. And like I say, I think the referee, he was closer to the incident than he was when he was looking at the monitor. So for him to be that close and not get that right, you know, he shouldn't be reffing.
But they got the 3 points in the end. 14 points from the last 18. Are they on the right road, Spurs, now?
Of course, yeah. They're on a better road than some clubs. Can they keep this going? Do you know what? Yeah, I don't think they're
Have they been convincing? Have they hit any heights yet?
I don't think they've been majorly convincing. I think they've got a really good squad together, possibly 2 players in every position that could compete, yeah. But can you get to the level of Liverpool and Manchester City? I think they'll find it difficult over a season. Look, it's very early in the season, 6 or 7 games. Yep, the second, they've had a great start. Can they build on it? Yeah, I think so. And you have to say they've got the right manager. If they've got a team that he thinks are capable of, you know, getting up there and challenging for the league, there's no better manager than Jose to do that.
I think when you look at what they've done to Man United, and again, it's sort of poor Man United, if you don't get it right against a Spurs side, they have got the players that will cause you problems, will open you up, and can score. We've seen Son; he's got capable of scoring 4s. Harry Kane can score 5s. You know, that kind of Gareth Bale. You know, we're talking about if he gets himself going and stays fit for the season, there's 10, 15, maybe, who knows, maybe 20 goals in someone like that. So if he can sort out the defensive side of it, and I don't know, like I agree with Scholes, they look a little bit tired, a little bit leggy today, but they have got the capability of going a long way because of how everybody else is slipping up and not playing great and things like that, injuries to top teams.
City, Arsenal, Chelsea all to play before the 5th of December. He obviously won the Europa League at Manchester United and got them into the top 2. It is difficult to combine that Sunday, Thursday. Could he do that with Tottenham, with that player for each position, 2 players for each position you're talking about?
I think it's possible. Do I think it will happen? I don't think so. Like I said, I don't see him getting past City and Liverpool. I don't see any teams getting close to City and Liverpool. They might get close, but I just don't think they'll surpass them. I think today was a great quality winning games when you don't actually play that well, when you are a little bit tired. And it's probably a benefit they're playing a team like Brighton after a Thursday game. It'd be interesting to see, you know, what the fixtures are coming up now on the Thursday. If they play a big team on a Sunday, I think he'll rest half of his team, which he did on Thursday actually as well. And some fresh faces came in, and they were still looked a little bit leggy from you travelling. But as I say, it's a great quality to come back from them games when you've had a disappointing Thursday night. Really worked hard on the Thursday night to try and rescue the game. And you're not always as fresh as you should be. And just winning the game, getting it over the line is an important thing to do.
Yeah, so that's what Tottenham did. They won the game.